Hi everyone. How are you guys doing? Good evening. Good evening everyone. Good evening everybody. I'm so sorry about yesterday. I was supposed to come on live yesterday evening, but I had a lot. I traveled out of town, so I wasn't available, and where I was, I couldn't I couldn't stream comfortably. Okay, so I decided to schedule for today. And I'm so sorry if to most of my subscribers were already prepared for yesterday, but anyways, it's better we do it than not coming live at all, because I know that this week is going to be very very busy in terms of the pageant. We have a lot of pageants this week, a lot of activities this week rather. Face of Hope is taking place this weekend, and also the Business of Nigeria camping will start this week. So there's a lot on my hands, and I will try as much as possible to try to keep up and give you guys the updates as they come. So maybe this week I will try to be coming on live almost every day if possible, for me to be able to meet up with the activities. Face of Hope is coming up this week, like I said. So there's a lot of activities that I need to talk about. But I will try my possible best to keep you guys updated. Even if I don't come on live, of course I would stream. I would make videos, edit, and post. I would try as much as possible to post um, with regards to Face of Hope and regards to Misters of Nigeria as well. Okay, so thank you all for joining me today, this evening. I really, really appreciate you, my subscribers. On Instagram and on YouTube as well, because I know a lot of you are already engaging on my Instagram stories. If you're not following me on Instagram, you're a long thing, okay? You are in a long thing. Please go to Instagram, follow me on Instagram. I have a lot of activities. I always post there every day. I always engage my audiences every day on Instagram. So please try and follow me on Instagram. And yeah, I'll also be coming on live on Instagram as well. Okay, I did a live stream today, just about 5 minutes or so, just to test it. And subsequently, or going forward, I will be doing live streams on Instagram and as well as YouTube. Okay, simultaneously, I'll try as much as possible to be streaming both, together if possible, so that my Instagram audience and my YouTube audience will also be carried along together. Okay. All right, guys. So today's topic is on a very, very interesting issue that I think we should um, look into, because it's very, very important as a pageant blogger and or as a pageant lover, to always discuss things that affect beauty pageants, especially here in Nigeria, where the pageant system is still growing, where the pageant system is not where it ought to be in terms of there's a level that the pageant system in Nigeria has not gotten to yet, but we are on the right track as it is, but we've not gotten to that extent. Okay. I'd see a lot of comments on this pageant Face of Hope, and a lot of people are still or do not understand how pageantry works when it comes to the selection process. Okay, and so many persons have not really understood the criterias for choosing candidates in beauty pageants. Okay, so for those of you that have been watching, I would like to hear your thoughts on this particular issue. I also did a poll on Instagram, and some persons, voted, in terms of should online voting or should what do you call it? No, I talked about a different topic entirely, Sha. I didn't talk about online voting, but I wanted to discuss it here with my YouTube audience. I put up a poll on Instagram where I talked about prototype and based on merit and all of that. and all that. Okay, that's a topic for another day. Hi guys, so I'm back. Sorry for the break in transmission. I'm back, guys. I hope you can hear me clearly. Okay, I hope you can hear me clearly now. All right, so now let's go back to the topic and what the topic is all about. Okay, so like I said before, now if you're going to be watching, let me know your thoughts on this particular topic. Okay, so now should online voting and audition should online voting and audition take the place of physical screening in the selection process of candidates? Okay, that's the question that I put out on the on this particular video, and I was expecting to see a lot of persons come on to discuss this particular topic because it's very, very interesting. It's very, very crucial and very important in terms of how the candidates are being selected for beauty pageants. In the time past, we used to have physical auditions, in various states. We used to have physical auditions in schools, We used to have auditions here and there. It was done physically, not online. Okay, so you have to call in person for the judges or the selection committee or panel to choose the particular candidates that they feel meet up with the criteria. Okay, that was what they were doing in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, before the internet phase. Okay, so that was the selection process, or how the candidates were selected and the time passed. Okay, they usually do scouting around the country, around Nigeria. They go to different states and do scouting for candidates. Okay, that was what they were doing, and the time passed. But as technology, as the time passed, and we had the internet and technology. Um, here in Nigeria. So the process changed. A lot of things changed, and we now have what they call online audition, or what they call online voting, okay, for candidates. Um, but at the same time, I can see that a lot of franchise holders are now doing both physical screening and also online audition. Okay, but at the same time, there are some other organizations that have chosen to do only online audition. Okay, and the only time they get to see the girls is when they arrive for camp, which I think it's not the ideal way of selecting candidates. Okay, that's my own opinion. You are free to have your own opinion. You're free to to disagree with my opinion. But what I'm saying is that when you to me personally, I do not subscribe to just online audition, because at the same time we want to meet these girls, we want to know, the ladies, we want to know their strong points, we want to know if we are choosing the right people. Do you understand? Okay, so it's very, very important that this online voting or online audition goes pari passu with um physical screening. Okay, it's very, very important. I, for one, I would, accept, I would say, or I would go with the online voting at the first stage. Okay, online audition at the first stage, then second stage you can now go for the physical screening, because at the end of the day, that physical screening is what will separate the wolf, or sorry, the sheep from the wolves, or the wolves from the sheep, or whatever you might call it. Okay, so for me personally, I feel like physical audition is very, very important. It's very vital, for the candidates. Okay, it's very, very vital. It makes it gives room for streamlining the selection process. It gives room for um for for the entire process to be free and fair. Because at the same time, when you're selecting your candidates based on physical appearances, you are able to choose the correct or the right candidate that fits into the the principle of the organization. Okay, so when I see pageants these days, I see some ladies, and I'm like, how did this person scale through the physical screening? Because most of these ladies these days that go for pageants, they are not fit. You see them. I'm not body shaming anybody. I'm just saying that when it comes to beauty pageant, we need fit girls that are fit. Okay, girls that have the pageant courage. They have the pageant body. It's very, very important, because what we're seeing these days, a lot of people just select candidates that are not fit to be in the pageant space. Their body type does not fit the prototype of the organization. And of course, we all know all these things. Okay, we all know that there's going to be a swimwear competition, swimsuit competition. Okay, why take a plus size lady for a swimsuit competition when you know that she's going to be bullied or she's going to be booed? Because we all know the country that we live in. We all know what happens, with the organization. We all know what happens with the audience when they don't, uh, when they don't see a lady that fits into the prototype. It will be like, how did this lady get here? How was she selected? There was no physical or physical audition. Did they hold a physical audition? Was there no physical audition to be able to select this particular lady? These questions should be asked by the audience. So when you, as a pageant organization, you should be able to hold physical audition. Very, very, very important. But that notwithstanding, online audition should be the first stage before we now proceed to the physical audition. Because of course, we all know that technology has taken over. So in order to make the process a lot more easier, it's very, very important that at least at that first stage you have an online audition where these girls, whatever they are, they can you can have an interview with them. You can know firsthand how they if they are prepared or if they fit into the the what the judges are looking for. That is for the first stage. When it comes to second stage, you look at the physical appearance, you look at the carriage, you look at the paracella, you look at the body, if it's fit or if it fits into what the organization wants. Because nowadays we have some overweight girls in the beauty pageant, in the beauty pageant space, which is not meant to be so. Do you understand? So I feel like at this point, it's very, very important for there to be a physical screening before the candidates are chosen. Okay, online audition is not enough. It doesn't really it's not enough to make the selection process, or it's not enough. It's not just the only process of the selection process. Physical screen audition is very, very important, as well as the online audition as well. But I still feel like physical audition supersedes online audition, and online shouldn't take the place of physical audition or voting. Because first of all, the voting system here in Nigeria is still not advanced yet. Okay, so I'm not saying that they are not, the process is not seamless, but at the same time, Nigeria has not gotten to that point yet where we would say let's entirely vote for the candidates online without there being a pageant or without being a physical a pageant. Okay, so I feel like the voting system should not take the place of physical screening and also the audition as well. But at the same time, what I would say is for there to be a seamless pageant experience, both can work hand in hand. Okay, both the physical screening and physical audition can go hand in hand with the online audition and an online uh, um, voting system. But one must come first. Okay, for me personally, I would prefer the online audition to come first before the physical screening. Okay, and that physical screening should be the determining factor in the selection process. Okay, that is what I think from my own experience as a pageant analyst. Okay, so if you have a contrary opinion, please comment down below and this under this video, because I wanted to get your diverse opinion on this particular issue. I wanted everybody to come on live, on with me on this particular show. But I don't know if you want to just let me know. Indicate in the comment section if you want to come on live with me to discuss this particular topic. I will just try to paste the link to invite guests. Okay, so there's the link. If you want to join me on the show, let me know. Just click on the link and I will bring you to stage. Okay, so let's get your opinion on this particular topic. Okay, this is a very, very diverse topic. It's something that it's very, very important in the pageant space, because when these girls come on stage, the selection committee um should be proud of their of what of the selection process, because when you see girls on stage, I'd be wondering how was this particular person chosen. It's not good. It's not a good image for Nigerian pageant system. It's not a good example of what we want the world to see about Nigerian pageantry. Nigerian pageantry has really come a long way, and I feel like at this point we shouldn't we shouldn't take anything to chance. We should make sure that we have a very, very, very strong, selection criteria, and I feel like we should be strict in our selection processes, okay? Because at the end of the day, it's very, very important that we choose the right candidates, And yeah, let me know your opinion on this particular issue. If you're going to be watching the live stream, let me know your thoughts and let me know where you stand, in terms of this particular topic, okay? All right, guys. Like I said, this week is going to be very, very busy. There's a lot going on this week. Currently, the Face of Hope candidates are in camp, and Miss International 2025 is already here in Nigeria. She arrived yesterday, and she had a very, elaborate welcoming ceremony at the airport. And yeah, she's currently in Nigeria, and I think she's going to be part of the judges that will select the new Miss International Nigeria. Okay, so I'm looking forward to the pageant. I'm looking forward to, what the organization has in store for us on the grand finale. And also I'm looking forward to the preliminary competition, because that will determine a lot in terms of my, final selection process for the or final prediction. Okay, so I'm looking forward to the preliminary competition. I hope it's going to be televised live, because that is going to go a long way to determine who who is going to make my final list, okay, of predictions for Face of Hope Pageant 2026. And I want to say kudos to the organizers. This year we had a lot of activities. This year the organizers, they surprised us with the activities and the innovations. Obviously from this particular organizer, they are very, very, very well organized. I loved, the innovations that they brought to this pageant, and I want to also say a huge congratulations to three beautiful queens that were recognized by the Face of Hope organization, and they were given awards, cash awards, for their contribution to the pageant industry. And these beautiful queens, they have walked the runway for Nigeria. They've done Nigeria proud internationally, and I want to say a huge congratulations to Yekachi Douglas, Ada Ame, and Princess Agubiade for winning the Face of Hope Impact Award. Okay, and each of them goes home with a sum of 500,000 naira each for their contributions to the pageant world, to the pageant industry, to their to their own pet projects and advocacies. Okay, so I want to say a huge congratulations to these three beautiful queens, and I want to also thank Face of Hope for recognizing their efforts. Okay, the effort that they've put into this competition. I want to really say a huge thank you to the Face of Hope organization. You guys have really, really listened to the cries of Nigerians, and you have recognized these beautiful ladies for their hard work and for their dedication to the pageant industry here in Nigeria. Okay, so thank you so much, Face of Hope, for this particular award that was given to these beautiful queens. And I know that this has really, really, encouraged the others to do better, in terms of their advocacies. Okay, so this is a good one for pageant system, for the pageant industry here in Nigeria. I'm very happy about that. And also, I want to say a huge welcome to the Miss International, like I mentioned before. Welcome to Nigeria. And also, we're also anticipating the arrival of Luis Poteles here in Luis Poteles to Nigeria. He's one of the hosts for this year's Face of Hope pageant as well. And also, I want to say a huge thank you to the organizers of this pageant for putting up a good show. And yeah, like I said, I will try as much as possible to cover up this pageant. And I'm looking forward to the preliminary competition as well. All right. So, guys, if you're gonna be watching this live stream, if you're gonna be watching the live stream, let me know your thoughts on this particular topic. Okay, and if you're coming in, please like the live stream, like and share, and let me know if you're coming on stage, okay, to air your mind on this particular topic. I'll give you guys about 5 minutes to come on stage if you want to air your opinion on this particular topic, okay? Let me know your thoughts on it. All right, so like I said, I'm going to be giving you guys updates on this particular pageant. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to be updating you guys as the pageant progresses. And I just released the post-arrival leaderboard yesterday or so, or 2 days ago, and a lot of you commented, a lot of you engaged with that particular predictions. Like I said, it's going definitely going to change as time progresses. Okay, so that's not my final list of post-arrival favorites. Okay, so I'm going to be filming my final predictions after the preliminary competition. Okay, so that will determine a lot, of things that will change during the final stages of this year's Face of Hope competition. All right. Okay, so I'm still here waiting for you guys to call in and air your opinions. I'm still here. I'm giving you guys about 5 minutes, like I said. Okay. Yeah. So this is a good one, and I hope that other pageants will emulate Face of Hope, because I'm very, very happy with the way they've handled the whole situation, with the way they have, come up with innovations that that is making the pageant industry here in Nigeria very, very, very relevant and very, very, very popular. And I see a lot of people keen into pageantry now because of these new innovations that Face of Hope is bringing onto the pageant system here in Nigeria. I'm very happy with the development, and I hope other pageant or other franchise holders will key into this. Will look key into or we emulate Face of Hope international Face of Hope pageant. I feel like they are doing everything possible to put Nigeria on the map again, because I really, really want Nigeria to be the powerhouse in terms of pageantry here in Africa. Like, I want us to surpass South Africa as the powerhouse in Africa. So, yes, let us put hands together to do that. Okay, we can't do it alone. We can't obviously do it alone. So, we need the help of every other person out there that are pageant lovers to put Nigeria back on the map again. Okay, Nigeria deserves to be the powerhouse of Africa when it comes to pageantry. All right, guys, I have 3 more minutes to go before I end the live stream. So if you're coming or if you're going to be watching, please let me know your thoughts on this particular topic. Should online voting or auditions take the place of physical screening in the selection process of candidates? Okay, I've already said my own opinion, so I'm waiting for your own opinions as well. Okay, so guys, yeah, I'm still here waiting for anyone that wants to come on live and air their opinions. Still here waiting. I've put in the link on the description box or in the chat box. Okay, the link's on the chat box. Let me know your thoughts, okay? All right, so let me just, wait for some time. So, guys, what are your thoughts on my post-arrival leaderboard that I posted 2 days ago? Let me know your thoughts, guys. That video is on my YouTube Shorts and also on Instagram as well. So, please, if you're watching me and you're not following me on Instagram, go to Abe Crystal TV on Instagram and follow me. I always leave the link or the channel sorry, the handle name on the description box. Okay, so follow me on Instagram. We are very much active on Instagram. Like I said before, in the early no, like I said before, we're going to be having live streams simultaneously on YouTube and on Instagram. Okay, so I'll try as much as possible to give you guys updated, you know, based on what is going on in the pageant world here in Nigeria. I will try as much as possible to keep you guys updated. Like I said, I will also be updating my Instagram followers as well. Okay, I'll be coming on live on Instagram often and also on YouTube as well. Simultaneously, if possible, I will do it. Okay. So, guys, thank you so much for watching up to this point. And please let me know your thought on this particular topic. Okay, I'll end the live stream here. And thank you so much for those of you that came onto the live stream. Thank you so much. Please like and share before you leave. Okay, like and share before you leave. I'll see you guys in another video coming up very soon. Like I said, I've started the coverage of Face of Hope, and also Mr. of Nigeria is coming up as well. So I'll be very very busy. Yeah, it's going to be a busy um, towards a month or week for me, but I'll try as much as possible to keep you guys updated, you know, on my on YouTube and on Instagram as well. All right, guys, thank you so much. Good night, everyone. Bye.